Hi everyone, Dr. Mel here with Inspire Life Chiropractic Center, and thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share with you the exercise of stage 3. And thank you so much, by the way, for exploring our 12 stages of healing and our Somato respiratory integration exercises. Like I said, today we're going to talk about stage 3, which is all about honoring our stuckness. We're still working in that season of discover, which is really about connecting to our pain and connecting to alienated aspects of ourselves. In stages 1 and 2, we connected with that pain and we discovered that we have different rhythms, we have different polarities, we have different mindsets about things in our culture. And as we move from stage 2 to stage 3, what we're really going to discover is, in fact, that we are the common denominator of such rhythms and polarities in our life. And we move from external blame and projection to really connecting with our own stuckness in our body. Oftentimes in our culture, when it comes to feeling stuck, it can feel frustrating. And so often we want to try to avoid that or get out of it as soon as possible, rather than actually connecting with the lesson of the stuckness itself. So really our primary goal of stage 3 is simply to connect with our stuckness and to really get the lesson of just being okay and accepting our stuck, our tension, and our ways of being frozen in life. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to be in the same position as stage 1 and stage 2. So I'm going to show you here. So you're going to be on your back. Your knees are going to be bent. Your feet are going to be flat on the table. Okay? And if it's more comfortable, of course, you can take off any garments, any scarves, any things like that. So what we want to do in stage 3, again, is connect with that area that feels most tense and most stuck. Remember, in stage 2, we worked with 2 different areas. Now we're going to come back in stage 3 to connect to one area that feels stuck. And again, we're working with position 1, position 2, or position 3. If you're new, if you're more advanced in SRI, you can move to position 4, position 5, and position 6, a little bit lower on the abdomen. So to keep it simple, I'm going to show you in position 3, okay? Now again, the breath is in through the nose and out through the mouth, and it looks like this in my body. And on the exhale in stage 3, we're actually going to twist the tissue in one direction. So you're going to play with that on the exhale. And really, instead of twisting your whole body and distorting, you're just going to twist your hands and twist the tissue beneath your hands, okay? So in my body, it looks like this. And on the inhale, you're going to come back and bring the hands to neutral. And again, as you exhale, test the other direction. Now the goal here is to move in the direction and keep that same direction going, whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. Move in that direction of whatever feels more tense, okay? So for me, it's going to the right. And really what I want you to get here is, as you do this, really feel in the tissue, where do you actually feel stuck? Is it in the connective layer? Is it in the adipose tissue? Is it in the muscles? Is it in actually your organs and glands? And remember, your body is a vessel of other areas in which you might feel stuck, whether it's your relationships, your job, your career, your finances. Whatever it is in which you feel stuck, use your body in SRI as a vessel to have a breakthrough and deeper connection around that, okay? So one of the affirmations that we use in stage 3 is, I feel so stuck. And we really want to emphasize the k, because we're really acknowledging that we're stuck and that it's okay to be stuck. That's part of life when we're moving through transformation and having breakthroughs and challenging our physical, mental, emotional well-being. So again, the affirmation looks like this. Oh, I feel so stuck. And you almost want to make that sound of what the stuckness feels like. Again, back to neutral with the hands. Exhale, twist. Oh, I feel so stuck. And there's a second part to this. So as you're getting that stuck energy, maybe you make the sound of the place in the body and you can feel it when you make that sound. We're going to also move into some affirmations as though we're connecting with that younger part of ourselves. what's important here is that when we're acknowledging that stuck feeling, sometimes this stuck area can feel like it's been stuck for many, many months to many, many years, even back to when we were younger. You know those moments in life when we were little and life seems like it's going about and all of a sudden something happens. Whether it's a traumatic event, maybe abuse, something happens in our life where we don't know what to do next and we feel kind of stuck. This is what I want you to tap into, is to connect with that younger part of yourself, that younger part of who you are, and have a conversation with that part. So you're gonna imagine your adult self. If you're practicing this as an adult, you're gonna imagine your adult self having a conversation with your younger self when you're doing this exercise and these affirmations. So visualize now bringing that awareness to a time when you were younger where something just was off and you felt stuck and you didn't know what to do next and you were looking for help. So it looks like this in my body. I'm so sorry I haven't acknowledged you before. I'm so sorry I haven't given you the loving compassion and desire and attention that you need. I acknowledge you. And after you say those affirmations, you can rest your arms by your side or go back to stage one, just simple breathing. And just really get a sense of what that feels like in your body to actually acknowledge that area, to actually be a witness to the stuckness. What does that feel like in your system? And as you complete that, what you really want to get is that it's okay to be stuck, and the importance of acknowledging our stuckness and acknowledging that little voice, that little kid inside of us. Because perhaps these areas we're connecting with have been stuck and frozen for a long period of time. And it's in that acknowledgement of our stuckness and honoring it that we actually get to start to move towards the season of transform. We've become the common denominator. We realize that we are at choice in our polarities and in our stuckness, and we are the catalyst for change. And that's where the season of transform starts to come into play. Transform is all about taking action and making change that is more consistent with our authentic nature and our authentic being. So in this next video in stage 4, we're going to be exploring the season of transform. And I want to hear from you. What are you getting out of these exercises? What's working? What's not working? How can I support you? I want to hear from you. As always, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and keep inspiring.